Hey, what's up? This is King Vox, and today I want to talk about conditions. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. Conditions are absolutely broken. They force you into a gameplay that you don't want to play. It really doesn't even matter. Like, there's times where I'm on my Necro and I jump into a group of 4 people and I just spam buttons, and all 4 of those people instantly drop. And it's almost to the point where they didn't even know what killed them because they died so fast. And that's a big problem when it comes to conditions, because once they're loaded, you only have 2 things that can save your life. You can either cleanse them off of you, or you can use condition suppressor. You can use a skill that reduces the damage taken by conditions by a drastic amount, but only for a short amount of time. The sad thing is most conditions last longer than that resistance is able to be kept up. And another sad thing is sometimes conditions are so powerful that they kill you even through that. And there's a bunch of safety measures in the game or whatever to avoid damage and emergency situations, especially in PvP. One of them is dodge rolling. Other ones are immunity things, like kind of like the engineer has that little valve that turns you into a little guy, makes you immune to physical damage. Okay, this is cool for physical damage, but the truth is you can just dodge around and you can outmaneuver physical damage. So when times you get hit with that critical physical hit and you need to get out of dodge, you still have a bunch of options or whatever to do that. Man, when you get hit by conditions, you don't have that options. You can't roll, you can't dodge to stop condition damage. Okay, and once it's loaded, that's it. You either suppress that shit or you get ghosts. Okay, see you in the next land. And it's kind of sad because it forces people to play classes that they don't want to play, because the classes that they love don't have a strong enough condition anti-condition game to really fool around. And this is true for things like Revenant. Revenant just, what happens is if you try to counter conditions on the Revenant, you get screwed. You either don't have enough resources to attack someone back, or you don't have enough resources to do anything. So and the thing is, in the past 2 expansions, they've not only added sets that and stats that completely make conditions completely over the top ridiculous, like, you know, increasing the duration or whatever, or having mixed sets and stuff like that, but they've added new condition types and skills to just about every class now. It's almost like they want you to go hybrid on every class, and it's like the best outcome. And it really is, because in PvE, Viper and Sinister are literally the #1 sets. Like, if you are a damage dealer and you're not running Viper or Sinister, like, what are you doing with your life? You don't actually run just like period conditions, but the damage is just way too much. It really is. It really is. And there's really nothing you can kind of do about it. I mean, there's some classes in PvP that are okay or whatever, but you can't build to, you have to build anti-condition. You can't just build any way you want. You have to build to get rid of the conditions. And the thing is, even that's not enough now. Let me tell you guys something else. There's this tournament. Let me show you right here. In these tournaments, you're allowed to bring more than 2 of each class. So what happens is you have really, really skilled teams. Well, I wouldn't say skilled. I mean, I guess they're skilled because they know better than to bring anything stupid, right? So they bring shit like 4 Guardians and 1 Necro and then rip. Or they bring 3 Guardians and then 2 Necros. And what happens is they completely hold 2 pads, and there's nothing you can do about it. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it, because they completely cleanse all conditions that you try to throw back on them. And then the Necros just completely wreck the shit out of you if you come on the pad. So there's no way for you to dodge the damage or to get away from the damage. Your best bet is to pray that you had a really strong ranged thief on your team that can kind of deal with them. And then even that is dangerous, because they usually have 1 Guardian or whatever that runs a really fierce aggressive build, and that bastard will teleport off the pad into your face with a sword and one-shot you damn near, you know, just making it almost impossible for you guys to kind of even harass them. And there's a team, I believe they're called the US something, and that's exactly what they run. They run sometimes 3 Guardians and then 2 Necros, or they run a Necro, 3 Guardians, and a Mesmer, or sometimes they run 4 Guardians and a Necro. Like, it's just really crazy. And they're not taking any chances, and they know how dangerous condition damage is or whatever. And power damage, like I said, there's so many skills. You can get 1 skill on your utility bar that completely, like, you know, helps you versus power character. There's not a thing, such thing like that for most classes besides Guardian that help with conditions. There's just no easy way to get conditions. You literally have to go all out and build for that, and even then it's not enough because every class can continuously keep applying conditions over and over and over again. I want you guys to go in the comments and literally tell me how you feel about conditions and how you feel that conditions are affecting the game, because I feel that this is absolutely ridiculous. And I say it to people, and some people just don't care, they don't understand. But when you get to the point where I'm at, where you have every character in class at max and you really don't have a lot of stuff to do in the game, you kind of like to enjoy PvP, and I feel like conditions are ruining PvP. And even in PvE to a certain extent, it's kind of like if you're in a pug, they always expect you to be some type of condition build, and that's just sad. It makes you play, it forces you into playing stuff that you don't really want to play. It's almost as bad as the Berserker meta at the beginning of Guild Wars. So that's the topic, you guys.